Ladies and gentlemen, we should be live for Friday night SmackDown. And I am trying to figure out when the last time we were live for a Friday night SmackDown. Gosh, I feel like it's been a long time. I feel like with SmackDown, like, Fridays are weird, right? Because it's the weekend. It's typically when everyone makes plans. And so it just always feels like there's something going on. Whereas Mondays, it's a little bit easier, right? But here we are, Friday night SmackDown. And I was looking at the card and what we had to talk about here to kick off the show. Obviously, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are going to discuss their interaction after Saturday night's main event, where, Punk slaps him with the title strap, whether it was, intentional or inadvertent, was a topic for debate. So I'm sure that will come to a head tonight. We also have Gunther and Nick Aldis has been made official for SummerSlam after Aldis cost Gunther and Sami Zayn a chance at the undisputed title at their match at Saturday night's main event. So we will be getting Gunther and Nick Aldis. It says Gunther will discuss his match against Nick Aldis, so it'll be interesting to see if Aldis is also here tonight. And then we have the two women's interim WWE title qualifying matches. Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. Nia last week coming up short against Cargill after Charlotte Flair caused the disqualification. So it'll be interesting to see if, she suffers the same fate tonight if Cargill decides to get involved and attack Charlotte. So that's the way I see it going down. I think it's pretty straightforward. Either Cargill gets involved and gets Nia disqualified by attacking Charlotte, or she costs Charlotte the match. And then Chelsea Green versus Kiana James for the other interim championship qualifier. Which that one I'm a little upset about, because I would honestly like to see both of them in the ladder match. So yeah, it's unfortunate that they're actually going to be paired up to go against one another. But yeah, we are just under 2 minutes before the start of SmackDown. I could go on and on about this whole interim women's title situation. In fact, I've pondered the idea of having an entire video dedicated to just discussing the state of all the women's championships in WWE. I think this is a strange and unfortunate time surrounding especially the world titles, but also, the United States title. Tiffany is not going to be defending it at SummerSlam, obviously, because she'll be involved in this ladder match. And then the IC title, there hadn't been a whole lot of hype surrounding it. It did seem like Monday on Raw that Lyra Valkyria made it be known that she's coming after Soruka or Raquel for that title. So I think, this new heel Lyra that we got can elevate that title. But yeah, women's titles in WWE lately have just been in a weird place. I do think ultimately they should have had Rhea Ripley relinquish the title once they found out she wouldn't be able to compete. Because I think this whole ladder match is kind of you know, since we're calling it the Interim Championship, I think that's, you know, it leads to the assumption that whoever wins it is just going to lose whenever Rhea returns. So especially if it's a first-time champion, it kind of just puts a bit of a damper on that accomplishment. Now, it could be proven wrong, and they go on to defeat Rhea and become, you know, the undisputed champ or whatever. But I just don't see that happening. Otherwise, it would have made sense to just have Rhea relinquish, which wasn't the case. So, but yeah, here we go. Friday Night SmackDown, top of the hour. Outside of those two matches and two segments that have been announced, that was latest on WWE's preview on their website. I don't know if there's been anything else that I've missed, but it is SmackDown. I know people have their thoughts and their opinions on SmackDown. You know, some weeks I think it's enjoyable, some weeks it's hit or miss, but we'll try to make the most of it here. We are a little over a week and a day away from SummerSlam. Yeah, 8 days away. So, here in Oakland, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes has arrived tonight. And I am genuinely looking forward to SummerSlam. I do think the matches that we have are good matches. I really do. The way we got here is kind of, you know, I'm not a big fan of the whole Sami Zayn situation and how Punk got the title, but so we got, and you know, Punk and Cody is definitely a marquee matchup, or presumably night one. Brie Bella will be taking on Laney Reed. There you go. There's another confirmed match. Fatal Influence winning the tag titles, I do think, was a breath of fresh air in not only the women's tag division, but, you know, WWE's, you know, women's championship picture as a whole. I do think Brie Bella and Paige were, you know, good champions. They had a good title reign, but I do think it is time for Fatal Influence to officially take over. We need to get a title on JC Jane, presumably the United States title. But it's like we're gonna have Nick Aldis and Gunther sign the contract to kick off the show. I think Nick Aldis getting involved was the wildest reaction I've had since Sami winning the title. He got him, boy. Yes, that was made official at the SummerSlam kickoff.
Good evening, Oakland. I'm out here tonight to make official the match at SummerSlam between my colleague, Nick Aldis.
Who is a professional wrestler. You know, don't let that fool you. If you're not familiar, Nick Aldis is a professional wrestler.
Terms and conditions that I think need to be made crystal clear. So Nick, in that regard, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick's opponent at SummerSlam, the Ring General, Gunther.
That was quite the introduction from Adam Pearce. The Ring General. I have been a big fan ever since they brought back his original music and got rid of that Gunther, the Ring General. I hated that. I really did. I was not a fan of that whatsoever. Gunther in his white t-shirt tonight.
explanation for it. I heard Michael Cole's explanation for it. A man was pushed to breaking point. I accept that, but now the reality is Nick has to step in the ring with the career killer Gunther at SummerSlam.
Are we gonna put Nick's career on the line even though he hasn't had a match since when?
All right, gentlemen, both of you have had the opportunity to review this document, but as I said, there are a couple things that I need to make crystal clear. Nick, protocol dictates that as the general manager of SmackDown, you cannot compete as a WWE superstar. Which means the second you put your name on this contract,
He's no longer the GM.
you voluntarily relinquish your duties as the general manager of SmackDown, and I will assume those responsibilities.
I guess that makes sense. He kind of was already doing that.
Furthermore,
Because wasn't Nick
in
suspended?
this document, in this contract, there is a hold harmless agreement which states, Nick, you are returning to in-ring competition of your own volition, your own free will, your own choice. And that you agree WWE bears no responsibility for what happens after the bell rings between you and Gunther.
That doesn't really make sense.
Nick, are we crystal clear on this?
They're still responsible for the superstars. Unless it's unsanctioned.
Exactly what I'm signing. And let me be crystal clear. I never wanted any of this. You're the one who's brought it to this situation. And like Triple H said, every man has his breaking point, and congratulations, you found mine. And now here we are. So I'm willing to accept the consequences of my actions. And if that means relinquishing my executive responsibilities, so be it.
So does that mean, like, can he come back as GM after the match, or is that it? That's interesting. Gunther looks like he just couldn't be bothered.
Okay, Adam, so you dragged me out of here. Look at both of you, all dressed up like this is some sort of a historic event here. I mean, let's be honest, Nick. It is definitely for you. Because this match will be the greatest moment of your career.
He said it'd be the greatest moment of
Just so
your
you
career.
understand, all of this is beneath me. Because I should be focusing and preparing for winning the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. And the only reason I'm sitting here and wasting my time is because you don't know how to do your job. When we're being honest, ever since I joined SmackDown, you had an issue with me. And I thought about it. What is it? What is the issue? But it came to me. You are jealous of me.
Is that so?
Yes, that's it. And I know it because before anybody starts, I know this man is a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
That is true. I did know that much.
But let's be honest, Nick. You never really made it, right? Because you were dreaming of something bigger. You were dreaming of being a professional wrestler for WWE, being a WWE superstar. And it never really happened. And
Did he ever wrestle in NXT? I don't
I
know.
walk in the door and I got it all. I got the titles. I got the records. I am a multi-millionaire. Hey, even this watch I think is worth half your yearly salary right now. So I get it.
Oh.
So when you had to ask yourself, why does Gunther have all of that and I don't have it? You had to be honest to yourself. and you had to tell yourself that you are just not good enough. But you know what? I'm gonna fulfill your dream. Here it is. Here's my signature. In fact, I'm gonna turn you into a legend. Because I'll have you join a list of very iconic legends, and that reads as the following: Goldberg, AJ Styles, John Cena, all legends that were stupid enough to step in the ring with their hanging on when they were chasing one more moment. So here you have it, Nick. Enjoy it, because I'm gonna end your career before it has even properly started.
Oh, he did say he would end his career.
You said all that before.
So is his in-ring career going to be on the line here?
Just keep saying it. You keep repeating yourself over and over again, but the funny thing is, Gunther, if you actually believed that, you wouldn't be here saying this to me over and over again. See, I figured you out. The reason that you keep saying this to me is because you're trying to get me to believe it. You're trying to get me to believe it because you never actually thought it would come to this, did you? You thought you were going to throw your little temper tantrum, cheap shot me, choke me out, pay a little fine, and move on with your life. But it didn't go that way, did it? And in New York City,
No, Aldis had enough.
when I smacked you upside the head with a right hand, and Triple H made the match for SummerSlam, I saw it in your eyes. You don't want any of this. And I'll tell you why. Because you're the one who's gotten himself into a situation that he can't get out of. You're the one who has put your career in jeopardy. Because you can talk about Goldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles. Mate, I haven't had a match in 3 years. I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, he's got a good point. Gunther's got everything to
When I
lose.
meet you at SummerSlam, you go from the career killer to the man that got made a bitch by his boss.
Oh! Oh.
They are not waiting for 8 days.
And you had to know it was going to come to this. Aldis laying it to Gunther. Here's trying to pull him off. Uh-oh. Oh! Gunther goes low. Oh! Right through the table. Not great. Not great for all this.
Why are we fighting? Start there.
I've heard a lot of good things about Unreal Season 3.
Retiring, we know there is a finality.
The last time will indeed be now.
The why is everything.
Who's the next?
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed that segment. I thought, yeah, right on cue. That was a good, good opening segment. Contract signings typically go one way. So
I think we gotta pull the trigger on somebody.
We have so many great new people. Who's next? That's the why.
Literally the last scene.
so Gunther vows to end
Oh, I'm okay. You hear that all the time in the ring. Just give me a
Nick's career
second. And if I get dinged up in the
before it even gets started, he said.
What's it say about me?
Breaker lands on the back of his neck. He's okay.
Those were his words.
Real things happen. It might not seem like a big deal, but everything's just so much better when she's there.
What we do is violent. I'm disappointed in myself.
It's not just your
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check it out.
it's everybody's money.
I feel good. I feel ready. I know the work that I had to put
I've been slacking, unfortunately, because I haven't even seen the first 2 seasons of Unreal. I feel like as we go further and further with the show, that it starts to become like a part of the weekly shows. Like they talk about it more, they advertise it more.
Watch the next one.
Yeah, so Gunther and Aldis, which I mean, I would assume Gunther's winning. Like that is my initial thought. Oh, did I miss any messages? It felt genuine and so down to earth, to be honest. Drew McIntyre cost Nick the match. That would be interesting. Because that would give a reason for Aldis to have another match. Because that's definitely, you know, this isn't the first time that we thought Nick Aldis was stepping into the ring.
Of SummerSlam. Moments ago, SmackDown a runaway train as Nick Aldis got physical with Gunther, and this is how Gunther reacted.
Yeah, this is after some verbals from both men. Nick Aldis temporarily relinquishing duties as GM until after SummerSlam, meaning he can throw hands with Gunther, but conversely, Gunther can also throw hands with Nick Aldis, and perhaps with Adam Pearce blocked out of the way, one low blow later, followed up by this devastating powerbomb through a table, and the reality of SummerSlam is...
Yep, it was only a matter of time before somebody was going through that table.
Go backstage from Update with Kathy Kelly. Kathy.
Yeah, guys, I can tell you that Nick Aldis is inside right now being... Hey!
Sammy's hijacking the show.
Okay? At Night of Champions, I did what they told me for years I would never be able to do. I won the WWE Championship. Okay? I did it.
Yes, yes, you did.
It became crystal clear to me as soon as I won that clearly the powers that be around here, Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce, they didn't want Sami Zayn as WWE champion. Because within days, I had to defend my championship on a show I wasn't even on.
Hey, he's kind of spitting.
We had a brand new #1 contender, and lo and behold, it's the Golden Boy, Cody Rhodes. Can you imagine that?
Oh.
And when he actually gets taken out, don't worry about it, because we've got CM Punk, corporate poster boy #2, just waiting.
Oh my goodness, Sammy.
Congratulations. You took the championship off Sami Zayn. Hooray. You got your marquee matchup at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. Whoa, that looks good on a poster, don't it? Everyone's happy. Nick Aldis, Gunther, they have a match at SummerSlam. They get to resolve their issues. Everybody's happy. What about me? The guy who 18 days ago was still WWE champion. I'm supposed to ride the bench at SummerSlam? Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. Oh, hey, Adam. You could do something about this. You fix the situation.
I'm going to check on Nick.
No, you're not. You're dealing with me now. as far as I'm concerned, Nick Aldis deserves to be in that room because he didn't just screw Gunther over at Saturday Night's Main Event. He screwed me too.
That's true.
That match was my ticket to the championship at SummerSlam, Adam.
What do you want me to say? You got caught in the crosshairs, you had a bad day, it didn't go your way.
Yes,
It didn't go your way, Sammy.
So great. So make it right. The WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. Make it a triple threat.
Oh.
Versus Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn.
Sami wants a triple threat.
Come on, Adam.
The match is Cody and Punk.
Adam, it's
The match is Cody and
so
Punk.
when you don't, you can't make a match.
Sammy, shut up! Have you watched the show? Look. I admit it, you got caught in the crosshairs. It didn't go your way. Okay, fine. So here's what I'm going to do. You heard Punk. He mentioned there's a list of superstars he'd love to face. There's a fatal four-way tonight. Damian Priest, Trick Williams, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. Winner of that match goes on to SummerSlam in a #1 contenders match against you.
Huh.
Earn your way back in. So let me get this straight. Those guys. All they
That's
have to do is
interesting.
be mentioned by CM Punk, and they get an opportunity. Cody Rhodes, all he's got to do is just say when, and he gets an opportunity.
Okay, but Sammy, to be fair, you're already put in the #1 contenders match.
Just wait for a championship.
They have to compete to get into that match.
But me, the former WWE champion, I have to earn my way back in.
Sammy, I've listened to you. I've given you an option. Take it or leave it.
You have no other choice, Sammy.
Fine, I'll take it. But Adam, no shenanigans. No more surprises. No more funny business. We good?
Oh, I'm real good.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to go check on you.
You do. I will. Go check on him. Give him my regards.
Oh, that is huge, Joe.
I was going to say that is some of the best stuff.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by
Oh, I thought Brie had new music. I was like, what? That is some of the best stuff I have heard from Sammy. Maybe ever. Like, that was a brilliant promo. He was going off. I was wondering when that was going to really come to a head with Sammy.
representing Fatal Influence. She is one half of the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Lady Rhea.
Push these three to the moon.
Alright, cut the music. Your tag team champions have something to say. I mean, I just kind of find it funny how Saturday night's main event was supposed to be the most important night of our career, but somehow you two are going to be the ones who remember that night forever.
I mean, hell, we just got here and already took out 2 legends. I mean, if
That
I
they
were
did.
you, that'd keep me up at night. Now, if only I had gold around my waist.
And I think it's good that, like, all three of them are doing well on the mic. Like, it's not just JC as the mouthpiece.
You 2 idiots for helping Tiffany last week. I'm not even in the WWE Women's Championship ladder match. I know I should be. But you know, it's fine. It's fine because I came up with the perfect solution.
What would that be?
Tiffany, that United States Championship of yours will be mine in due time. As for tonight, just like she did to Paige on Saturday, Lainey is gonna humiliate Brie Bella and finally put her out of her misery once and for all.
Well, Lainey Reed is
That cheap shot did not work.
but Brie Bella
Well, the bell not even rung yet, and this one turning into a brawl right off the bat.
As Reed.
Oh.
Brie just a little too nimble, been around the block a few times, knows every trick in the book, and simply too much veteran awareness for Laney Reed.
And there is the bell.
I would say we hadn't even started the match yet.
Underway here, 6 days removed from what happened at Madison Square Garden when Fatal Influence was able to get the best of them and take the championships. And say what you want about Fatal Influence and how they arrived to this main roster.
Sorry, I'm trying to get these.
But wait, they have delivered on exactly what they said.
I try to get these videos uploaded during the show, and sometimes it takes my attention away for longer than I would like for it to.
SmackDown, but you have to know that is coming against this trio, and now Fatal Influence. Oh, leaping cutter there from Laney Reed in full control, and Fatal Influence going from strength to strength here on SmackDown.
Glad you're with us here from Oakland Arena. Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett with you for Friday Night SmackDown.
He called Punk Golden Boy number 2.
Plans for SmackDown, including a #1 contenders match to fight for the undisputed WWE Championship that will include Sami Zayn against the winner of tonight.
Yeah, I was curious what Sami Zayn's direction was going to be for SummerSlam, and we got our answer. He will be in a #1 contenders match for that undisputed title. I did think they could potentially run that as a triple threat, but I don't mind a #1 contender match. I know a #1 contender match on a PLE isn't everyone's, cup of tea, but there were some, pretty big names in that match, so.
And Brie Bella just struggling in the early goings, and once again it's been that rush attack from Fatal Influence that has caused major damage.
Curious if we eventually get a returning Nikki Bella and have a trios match here between these 6. Or if Fatal Influence is actually about to put them in the rear view and move on.
Scouted by WWE 3 years ago, and you can see all that athleticism that pays off inside the ropes.
Yeah, was she part of one of those, I don't remember if she was part of, like, those Next in Line deals with WWE, or how she ended up making it over to NXT.
Fatal Influence, if they did have any doubts about themselves at any point, not that they've shown it, those doubts will have truly gone away.
Mocking the yes chance. Gotta go for the low-hanging fruit.
But look at what Brie Bella's able to come up with.
Yeah, there's only so many cheap shots someone like Brie Bella is going to take before this inevitably happens.
Working her way out of the corner and delivering in the center of the ring.
I never asked who we got here for Brie Bella versus Laney Reed. Do the tag champs continue their momentum, or do Brie Bella and Paige get a form of revenge here tonight? I think Laney Reed's gonna get the win here with some maybe a little help from ringside.
She was able to get out of the way of that elbow drop. You see Laney reaching for that arm.
Fatal Influence once again does have the slight numbers advantage here. If you've ever seen the clip or remember the time that Brie Bella knocked out Liv using those kicks, every time she does them, it makes me tense up. But I think Brie's come a long way in the ring. I really do. I think this title run specifically has kind of demonstrated what she can do in the ring. Because I know there are a lot of naysayers on the in-ring ability of the Bella Twins, but I think this power reign has been very good for, you know, solidifying that for someone who's already in the Hall of Fame. They weren't necessarily like the driving force behind the women's division, but they were, you know, some of the first, you know, the Bellas, Natty, some of those that weren't the Revolution, but they were the build up to the Revolution. And obviously there were you know, females before that, even back as far as, you know, Lita, Trish Stratus, but each generation has kind of paved the way for the next, and I think the Bella Twins were a big part of that initial push, and Paige for that matter.
That was the great equalizer from Paige. I was looking for the sunset, but instead, look at Laney Reed.
Oh, he was spotted. Bree with the roll-up win out of nowhere. Bree gets the roll-up pin. Uh-oh. That celebration is going to be short-lived. It's Nikki! We just talked about this. She's back. The odds are now even. 3v3. Book it for SummerSlam. 6-woman tag. Nikki Bella is back. Standing tall. Rack Attack 2.0 to JC Jane. And Nikki is back on SmackDown. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought they were getting back in. They're just pulling JC out.
Hey. So you bitches think you can... Oh, no. You think you could sneak up from the minor leagues, steal from my sisters and get away with it? No. We are the reason why you guys are here. So now it's time for a wake-up call. Us three will be taking you three on in a 6-woman tag at SummerSlam.
There you go. Can't say I told you so. I didn't know it was going to be as early as SummerSlam, but there we go. Nikki Bella is back, ladies and gentlemen, and we have the 6-woman tag for SummerSlam confirmed.
Looking forward to that 6-woman tag team match at SummerSlam. Another superstar looking to punch his ticket to Minneapolis, Finn Balor.
Ooh, Finn Balor and Sami Zayn would go crazy at SummerSlam. Oh, I hope Finn wins. I think Finn makes the most sense.
When I think about SummerSlam, I can't help but think about 2016, my first SummerSlam, where I had both the best and the worst night of my career. Here we are, 2026. And I've been scratching and clawing for 10 years, trying to get back the glory of that night, and I am so close. So tonight,
Gunther? I heard what you said. Great plans. Only issue is I'm next in line. And I do not care if it's you, Cody, or Punk. I'm going to take what's mine. In 10 years.
According to Pierce, you're not next in line.
It's a very long time.
Fatal 4-way tonight. Finn, Priest, Royce, and Trick.
You've heard the rumors, and now it's officially here. The Never Seen 17 collection. During my farewell tour, I didn't have the opportunity to visit some of my favorite places. That's why the Never Seen 17 collection was created. A full line of products customized for 17 iconic cities. We've incorporated the values and symbols that meant the most to me in my time. The Never Seen 17 collection.
So Nikki Bella is back. We got the 6-woman tag.
Pitting John Cena against rivals. these one-off mini-series things. And then you deliver good matches. I get Randy. I get R-Truth.
Cena and Ron Cena are putting on a fight here in
Ron Cena.
I get Punk.
Punk delivers a GTS when there's no official.
Cody at SummerSlam was supposed to beat Virtue into me. The fans beat him to the punch.
Yeah, they're gonna show a lot of Unreal. They've been advertising it all over the place.
Wanted the best. Well, you got him tonight.
So yeah, there's another 2 matches. There's already been 2 matches. I mean, we're 30 minutes in and there's already been 2 more matches confirmed for SummerSlam. Which I get it's next week, so they kind of gotta... They kind of gotta, you know, kick it into high gear. Go ahead and say if you are new over on Twitch, we are on the road to affiliate status. So consider hitting that follow button. I did learn last stream that the alerts are in fact working. So your name will pop up over here on screen and I'll give you a nice little shout out. Appreciate all the support over there on Twitch as well as over on YouTube. If you are new, consider hitting that subscribe button, sharing the stream, just letting me know that you're in here. Drop something in the chat. Let's get the conversation going. What you think about SmackDown so far? I think, you know, it's been a pretty solid start. Obviously, we're right around the corner from SummerSlam. I will be live both nights, next Saturday and next Sunday night, for night 1 and night 2 of SummerSlam. I will have a special guest with me night 1 of SummerSlam. If you were here for the Saturday night's main event stream, my good friend Ryan joined us on the stream. You'll see him pop into the chat every once in a while. He will be here. As far as I know, he will be here next Saturday for SummerSlam night 1. I think we both had a great time doing that collab stream, so he will be back once again.
Hey, this was huge news yesterday. So just like the NFL and NBA, now WWE has a dedicated channel on Sirius XM. Starting Monday, channel 156 becomes WWE Radio. You got all the WWE podcasts airing live there, as well as live audio of premium live events. That means next week's SummerSlam will be the first major live coverage, 24/7 official audio.
That's pretty cool.
WWE, and among the most intriguing matches.
Kathy Kelly look like Janelle Grant with the glasses. I don't know if it's coincidence, because Janelle Grant now wears glasses.
Panda Express. Have you eaten yet?
I don't want to sound like I don't know what you're talking about, because Janelle Grant, that sounds very familiar. Oh, Janelle Grant is the one that was involved with Vince McMahon. I got you now. So how many matches now have been confirmed for SmackDown or for SummerSlam? I feel like it's got to be like pushing double digits. There been 10 matches yet confirmed?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. You got it. I know you locked in. You locked in. Big match tonight. Big match at SummerSlam. And the best thing is we get to do it in front of...
Yeah, I think Oh, you think both Bellas are going to turn on Paige? Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Initially, during their run...
Look. I know what's on the line at SummerSlam. We got the bloodline, but tonight, I know where I'm at. I'm in the East.
Hold that thought.
I'm back home. Oakland, California, East Palo Alto. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about the bloodline right now. I got an opportunity to be the #1 contender. You know what I'm saying? Doing it in front of my friends and family.
New #1 contender is what I heard. But I also heard, don't worry about the bloodline. My man, you always got to worry about the bloodline. I hope you go out there. I hope you get everybody smacked back to factory settings and you come back with that world title shot. But the thing is, you got to always worry about that bloodline. So what I want you to do, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't lose your focus, because at SummerSlam, we handle a bloodline. Tonight, you can handle your business if you want to. Just keep the eyes in your back of your head.
Check this out. I'm a whole grown-ass man. And you ain't got to worry about me. Tonight, I take everything I want.
Go ahead, take it.
Guys, calm down, okay? We're on the same team here, okay? The issue's not here. It's with the bloodline.
Yeah.
And they think they found a weakness, but they didn't find a weakness. They found an ass whooping. Wait for them at SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? Because the three of us right here, oh yeah, it's all day. Because you got your boy right here, Mr. Solo Dolo Sokoa. And then you got my man right here to the right from East Palo Alto, California. Yeah, Mr. Royce Keys. And then from East Palo Alto all the way to Los Angeles, you got the one and only that they call the man, the megastar, Mr. L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
I got your back. Yeah.
You missed the match. Things happened. So how much did you miss? Did you miss the whole segment? So Brie Bella wins with the roll up, and then the beatdown of Fatal Influence on Paige and Brie commences, and then Nikki Bella's music hits, and Nikki Bella makes her return to SmackDown and comes to the aid of Brie and Paige, grabs a microphone, sets up the 6-woman tag at SummerSlam. So it'll be the Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. We could have had Blake Monroe versus... We could have had Blake Monroe versus Tiffy at SummerSlam.
And a little more about that championship. Polish it. Admire it. Because the higher you climb, the more people are looking up at what you have. But you knew that, didn't you?
We could have had that at SummerSlam. But yeah, to follow back up on the earlier message, I initially thought in the build-up to, or even when they won the titles, that eventually Nikki Bella was going to come back and cost them, specifically out of jealousy, that Paige was champs with Brie. Once that didn't happen, now that the Bellas are teaming up with Paige, I can very easily see them both turning on Paige. The Bella Twins effectively turning heel on Paige, either during the match, after the match, somewhere in there. Now it makes more sense for them to both turn heel simultaneously rather than Nikki turning on Brie and or Paige. And then, yeah, there was another comment about Aldis's return to the ring. To be completely honest with you, I have not seen much from Nick Aldis as far as his matches go. I'd be interested to kind of dig into the archives, maybe on this build to SummerSlam, and see what he's all about, because I'm not super familiar with his in-ring ability. But I'm sure, you know, it's there. Otherwise, you know, they wouldn't just be throwing him into a SummerSlam match with Gunther of all people. So
I hope more guys get to come out here and see it.
But yeah, so that's
kind of puts it in perspective for me. That
a couple more matches confirmed for SummerSlam. Triple H screw up with not booking versus Tiffy.
The history is,
I think it's just a screw up of not having the women's title, the U.S. women's title defended on SummerSlam. Period. Like, no matter who it was against. There's no reason we couldn't fit that on the card somewhere. If we're gonna have, you know, 12 to 13 matches, we could easily have fit that in there somewhere.
These things feel like they were worn yesterday.
But it doesn't look like either women's mid-card title is going to be defended, since Soul's defending on Monday. All right, I think we're starting to get into a commercial fest. This seems like we haven't gotten a lot of action in a little bit. That's what I was just trying to figure out, how many matches now are confirmed for SummerSlam, if you count. So there's the Fatal 4-Way. There's the Fatal 4-Way number one contenders match tonight. Wait, there's the Fatal 4-Way that will determine the number one contender to go against Sami Zayn. Okay, it looks like the Wikipedia page has already been updated. It looks like 11. They already have the 2 matches that have been announced tonight on there. So we'll have 2 more women qualify for the ladder match tonight. And then there's still a 5th, right? It's 5. So there will be 1 more. I don't know if is that a surprise? Is that going to be a surprise, you think? Or because I don't think there's any other matches announced for Raw or SmackDown next week. So I wonder if that'll be a surprise entrant, which kind of opens the door for a lot of potential returns, if that's where you get your return spot. But yeah, that makes 11 matches on the card. So you would think, I don't know if, I'm trying to think what else could be added potentially. Maybe a US title. Let's see. Trick Williams is in that number one contenders match. I think Finn Balor wins that. I really do think we get to Sammy versus Finn. I mean, Royce is already, he already has the match, which they kind of just got into that. He already has the match with the Bloodline. So it doesn't make sense for him to win it. I don't see Trick winning it, and I don't see Priest winning. I think it's Finn Balor's to win. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. That's what I was about to get at. I think the men's US title match will be confirmed. Maybe a Baron Corbin versus Trick? Or Baron, Trick, and Mello? Maybe we get a triple threat? Or yeah, you could even throw Ricky in there and make it a full Fatal 4-Way match. I wonder if that gets confirmed tonight. Maybe Baron Corbin costs Trick in the main event. That's a real possibility. Maybe there's some shenanigans in the main event. But yeah, we have Chelsea Green versus Kiana James for the 3rd spot in the Interim Women's title. The Interim Women's Championship ladder match. And yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. It's unfortunate that these 2 are going against each other, because I'd rather them both be in the match. But if I had to pick, I gotta go with Chelsea Green.
once, of course, when Chelsea Green was competing for the US Championship with Julia, but now this is the
I am a big fan of Kiana James,
one another, and it looks
but
like a major
gotta go Chelsea here.
for Kiana James.
As Kiana James
Yeah, she definitely should win it. I think she will win it too.
to Chelsea Green.
I don't want to say this is cut and dry, but
This is a moment many are tipping for the very top in short order, and short order could come as soon as SummerSlam should she beat Chelsea Green here and qualify for that ladder match.
What a perilous position Chelsea Green was just in, draped over that barrier of timekeeper, as Kiana James is all over her out on the floor before sending her back to the center of the ring.
This is it, Kiana James, who looks laser focused in making up for some lost time of late. But take your eye off Chelsea Green for a second, and then you realize that is one highly competent in-ring aficionado, as we are seeing here.
Chelsea finding a second win and getting out of the way of that elbow drop just for a moment as James attempted that offensive rally before slamming her down in the center of the ring.
Yeah, really nice turn of speed there from Chelsea Green, just when it looked like it might
Can't let you go for a tag there for a second.
starting to see the technical skills of this woman.
Yeah, I think one of those two are definitely a real possibility. I can't buy into this interim title idea. I really can't. Unless WWE pulls a swerve and the winner goes on to beat Rhea somehow. I'm not a fan. Especially if it's someone like Chelsea that wins. A first-time world title just to beat her to, you know, Rhea at the end.
Chelsea Green can be her own worst enemy at times, and now it's Kiana's to pull this.
That's a nice little Falcon
James looking to advance to SummerSlam.
Just a millisecond away for potentially being in the fight for that interim WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam.
Mocking her with the salute. Looking for a quick one right here is Chelsea. Back and forth they go. A Rough Rider on one end. The Falcon on the other end.
Code breaker.
Green and Kiana James. And now James looking to mount control here. Great job by Green. Oh,
Unpretty her.
Unprettier.
That could be it. It is. Chelsea Green qualifies for the Interim Women's Championship ladder match at SummerSlam. There you go. Hits the unpretty her out of nowhere to join Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton in that 5-woman ladder match. She could potentially win it. Who knows? Time will tell. A week from Saturday. Priest and Truth are the longest reigning champions on SmackDown. How many defenses have we got? I almost forgot they were champs. Because we fired the entire SmackDown tag team division. Like, everyone's gone.
Gotta stay loose as a goose. The tag title match that we're having with the War Raiders, that's next Friday. Tonight I'm in a 4-way.
Ooh. I don't even know if that's PG, DP.
It's a match.
Then how? It's a match?
Yeah.
That's tonight.
Come on, Truth.
Then how's it a 4-way? Getting confused, dog. Are you frazzled because I used your credit card to buy hot dogs for the 4th of July?
Those were free.
That's what I said.
Hey. Hot dogs. I like hot dogs.
We heard you do.
What's Cody doing here?
I heard what CM Punk said last week. SummerSlam. Doesn't matter who's champion. Maybe we come for these next. Double champs.
Both of y'all confused.
Me?
I'll get him eventually. I will. I also heard what you said last week. I get it. SummerSlam, #1.
Cody just walking up. I like hot dogs.
I hope you know. That'll be me.
Not surprised you say that. Look, you know I respect you. And I have respect for Punk.
But me, matter of fact, the boys, we're sick of the same people being the face of this brand. I'm gonna be number one.
That got a pop from the crowd.
Whether it's you or Punk, whoever stands as champion after SummerSlam gets dropped. End of story.
So speaking from someone who used to be one of the boys, which you should care less about, by the way, this might shock you to hear. I like that attitude. Good luck.
The American Nightmare and CM Punk in the ring next.
Yeah. I think it's a very optimistic look. I don't think we're getting either women's. We're not getting a women's mid-card at SummerSlam. Between the ladder match, the 6-woman tag that was just announced. Is there any other ones? The 6-woman tag, the ladder match. Oh, and then Liv and Io. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any more. I think that's it. Which, I mean, there's 11 matches, 3 women's matches.
I got
So,
a genuine message from Phil.
not the best balance there, but
Never a more real thing said. Which was like awesome.
In that moment, I had to do that to kind of center him and bring him into the moment. Because it was emotional for me, and
I did hear about that. That was crazy. That was a crazy moment.
Right in the middle of his moment, he gave me a very real and authentic moment.
Way to psych someone out during a promo, though. Like, this promo, they're supposed to be going at each other, and then he's like, I'm gonna miss you. Like, yes, that's, you know, very touching and heartfelt, but, you know, in the middle of a promo is crazy. Do we have this many ad breaks on Raw? I feel like during Raw, though, there's always something going on during the ad breaks. Either I guess it's because it's on Netflix globally, right? So, which I get it. SmackDown's a cable show here in the States, so like during Raw, there's always an in-ring, you know, a match going on in-ring, or they're doing some kind of, you know, interview with Byron Saxton or something. But SmackDown, I feel like it's always, you know, they might do picture-in-picture here and there, but it's typically just sitting here through this thing jingle. Maybe this is why I don't stream SmackDown very often. I feel like there's too many breaks, and I'm just sitting here trying to come up with stuff to say to pass the 3 minutes along. But yeah, overall though, like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I've been kind of enjoying this SmackDown. I do think 2 hours is a refreshing. I think 2 hours for a weekly show, regardless of company, brand, or whatever. I think 2 hours is a very sweet spot. Yeah, when Priest said that, I don't know if you caught it on stream or if you were watching at home, but when Priest said that, it got a small reaction out of the crowd. They definitely popped for that statement. So I do think there's some truth to it.
US Bank Stadium, August 1st and 2nd. So let's make
which is interesting because usually crowds, at least in-person crowds, are pretty in-person crowds. They're all in person. Crowds are usually pretty pro Cody Rhodes, but it's interesting that they did agree with that statement. I do think it's time for. I think. Okay. Okay. Royce Keys as champion, I'm not gonna disagree with that. I don't think that's the direction they would go at this time, but I do think SmackDown could benefit from somebody fresh up top. I don't think people are tired of Roman just yet. I think his reign still feels, pretty fresh. Especially that his reign now is different too, right? Like he's doing things, he's trying to prove he can do things on his own and win on his own. Do you think Randy comes back? Randy is a name that I've heard, floating around. It'd be interesting to see where he would get involved, if it would be during the Punk and Cody match, or maybe after he comes out and confronts or faces, the winner, like meets them face to face. I don't see, maybe there's a possibility he somehow gets involved in the Sami Zayn match, potentially. There are definitely opportunities for Randy to return, I do think. Kevin Owens is another name I've seen floating around. I think the fifth woman is going to be a surprise in that ladder match. I think it's going to be a potential return female, but I'm trying to think who that would be. Because who's going to be out? Who's out that could be returning soon? Can't be Bianca. Rhea's champ. She's the reason this whole match exists. A returning Kyrie? I don't know if Kyrie's like to that level, but if Kyrie were to return. I'm not sure where Naomi, because I know she was pregnant. I don't know if she had her baby or if she has any intentions on coming back.
Well, this past week,
I think Randy gets involved. Oh, AJ Lee as the fifth. Yeah. That could make a lot of sense. Dude, she could potentially win it. We could leave SummerSlam with Punk and AJ as double champ.
This is the first time you're facing off with him one-on-one in 18 years. Yeah. Recently, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, and I think they could run them as double champs.
And it hit me right in the eye. I take it back. That was not nice. Who's got to receive? Right?
But yeah, circling back to where we're talking about new champs, right? Like I think Sami Zayn was refreshing. It was a breath of fresh air, and then it was over just like that. Punk was interesting because he had the world title, but he hadn't had the WWE title. But again, it's like, yeah, it's exciting that he won, but especially the circumstances surrounding his win, I think kind of killed the moment a little bit, and it already feels like SmackDown needs something fresh. Like if you, I know it's a shot in the dark, but I think we get Finn Balor winning tonight, and we get Sammy versus Finn. If Finn somehow wins against Sammy, because I feel like Sammy's winning at SummerSlam. But we could even somehow get Finn Balor back in the picture. Rhea versus... You could have AJ and CM Punk be heels together. Yeah, we could have the double heel turn. I'm okay with anybody going against Rhea. As long as Rhea loses. And I'm a Rhea Ripley fan, but I hate this. I hate this. I don't use that word very often, but I hate this interim title situation. I really do. Cody and Punk about to make their interaction here.
The undisputed WWE champion, the best in the world. Please welcome CM Punk.
You think they're going to hug it out? I don't think they're going to hug it out. I think we might have some fisticuffs. Look in my eyes. I have a new video out on YouTube. AJ Lee should win first match. Yeah, they continue it out after she wins. Maybe she finds a dodgy way to beat Rhea somehow. I think we're fantasy booking too much. We're getting too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, there's definitely some paths they could go down where Rhea does, end up losing. I just fear that they've showed their hand here by not having her relinquish and just calling it interim. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm proven wrong, but that will remain to be seen. But yeah, give me Finn Balor tonight. Like, let's get Finn to SummerSlam, and then we'll discuss the possibilities. Because I think I think Finn Balor has a world title. I think he deserves another world title before he calls it quits. So I don't know how many years he's planning on sticking around. He hasn't won a world title since 2016. He just said it 10 years ago. And he's only had, a handful of opportunities since that time.
What an epic encounter to have these two.
Yeah, there is a new long-form video on my channel, believe it or not. LA Knight attempting to defeat every member of the Bloodline. So if you have not seen that, check that out. I had a lot of fun making that one. I definitely want to incorporate some 2K content into my long-form videos. I also want to have more just talking head videos where I discuss current topics in WWE and I think the state of the women's division and the state of the women's championships is a big talking point that I could potentially make a long-form video about. So yeah, the more love you show to the long-form videos, the more that will help me gauge what
That was an accident.
It was not an accident. That will help me gauge, interest and it's already getting chippy. He's getting his own mic.
It's a damn shame this is where we're at right now. I don't even want to turn my back on my friend to grab a mic.
I heard Jelly Roll's in the game.
I don't want to bend down and pick one up because you dropped it by accident, because I don't know if you're going to try to kick me in my teeth. If that sounds paranoid, it's because I'm not the only one. You're paranoid,
Let's
Cody.
stop with the term paranoid. It's a mischaracterization. It's a misdiagnosis. I am not paranoid. It was an accident. Same as what happened at Saturday night's main event was an accident. I accept that. And I am not going to take the easy way out here. I'm not going to take the easy way out. I am not going to tell you that the reason I need to beat you at SummerSlam is because you have the title that this entire company revolves around.
Yeah, I knew the Hardy
I'm
Boys.
going to tell you why I need to beat you for me.
There doesn't need to be any other reason other than the title. And I told you I didn't want this title to come in between us, but you seem to not care about that right now. So if you have another reason, please, Cody, I'm all ears. Explain it to us.
What's the reason, Cody? What's the reason?
We've done a lot of these moments. We have. And people have heard, I respect you. People have heard, I love you even. The Doc Holliday to my Wyatt Earp, all of that stuff. But I don't think you've ever heard, those two can be true and so is this. I don't like you.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to pull this armor off right now and give you some brand new information. 2011, you sit up there, you cut the pipe bomb, you show people like me, you show people like all these people here tonight, people backstage, you show us there's another way, that there's a way out. I followed that damn promo to a T. You dropped a pipe bomb on the industry, and I went and did all those things. I dropped a nuke on the business.
That he did.
And we've talked about that. We've had that discussion. You know what I've never told you, though? Is I am well aware from the bottom of my heart that while I was doing that, they wished it was you every step of the way.
Ooh.
And I completely live with it, and I understand it. And I just had somebody tell me they were tired of the same faces. I'm apologizing. I'm done apologizing for what I have worked for. I really am. I know. I'm aware they wanted it to be you, and I'm aware of the fact that there's a reason I got the Fallon call. There's a reason I'll be on ESPN Thursday. I went from the one who knocks to the one they knock for, and it is a list of one, my friend.
Cody spitting some truth.
I have stood in this ring with the very best. This roster that WWE has on both brands is the greatest roster ever assembled in a wrestling company. Hats off to Nick Khan and Triple H for that. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't sweat any of them. But you. Just you. I don't have a chip on my shoulder anymore, and then the moment you come down here and this lovely audience is singing your song and the passion fills this arena, all of a sudden I do, and it weighs the same amount as that WWE Championship. I can love you, I can respect you, I can tell you I don't like you. For this story to have the proper ending, it's fair for me to say I have to beat you at SummerSlam.
Interesting words from Cody. See what Punk's got to say about it.
You don't like me, huh? Or you just don't like that I'm the champion? My name is CM Punk, and I cast a very, very large shadow that not only you, but a few other people can't get out from underneath.
Ooh.
Now, with some people, I can say it's jealousy, I could say it's envy. But with you, I can say, hell, man, brothers fight. This isn't one-way traffic, Cody. If I did those great things and you watched me do them and you learned from them, good for you, you were smart enough to pay attention. Did you do them bigger than me? Did you do them better than me? Well, that's not for you to decide. That's not even for me to decide. It's for these people to decide. It's for the history books to decide. In 2022, I was learning from you because I was on the outside looking in, and I watched you show me that there was a way back. And
And I followed that path, didn't I?
Full circle.
And you and I, since that moment, hell, since before that moment, well, we've been chasing each other, haven't we? But we're not chasing each other anymore. That ends at SummerSlam, but listen to you. You love me. I'm your brother. I'm not your brother. You respect me, but you don't like me. You're lying to yourself. You can't handle the pressure of trying to take this precious title off of somebody you care about. You can't handle the pressure and do what it takes to beat somebody that you love. You can't handle the pressure of rising to the occasion of just having an athletic contest with somebody you respect in equal. You have to make yourself the victim, and you have to make everybody else your enemy.
Ooh.
Well, if Kevin Owens is your enemy, if Randy Orton is your enemy, if John Cena is your enemy, you know what that makes me, Cody? That makes me your only friend. Because I promised you years ago I wasn't going to stab you in the back. I was going to stab you in the front. And that's exactly what I'm going to do at SummerSlam. You think the only way this ends? You think the only way this plays out is you beating me? Well, at SummerSlam, I'm going to break your heart.
Things are getting tense. Oh.
You're going to break my heart? Sounds like we've said all we need to say here. And you know, tomorrow night, Stockton, you and I are tagging. The night after that, Bakersfield, you and I are tagging. Springfield next Thursday, that's the last time we're on a sheet together as tag team partners. And I'm going to get you the obligatory main event gift Thursday. I'm going to bring it to you. But don't misconstrue what that gift is about. That gift is an apology for when I whip your ass at SummerSlam.
Oh.
Wow, what a coincidence, Cody. I also got you a gift, but I'm not going to give it to you Thursday in Springfield. I'm going to give it to you at SummerSlam. And it's a monumental pillar-to-post ass-whipping wrapped in a lesson called a loss. And if you're smart enough, you'll take the lesson from it. And the lesson is, I'm CM Punk. I'm the best in this world, in this ring, on this microphone. Nobody can touch me. Not even Dusty's kid.
Oh.
No. Kill it. We don't need that.
He hit him with Dusty's kid.
That's where you're bringing it. Dusty's kid? Okay. We'll play Kingdom here in a second, because I want you to hear the music you're going to hear at SummerSlam when you're looking up at the lights, and I've won the WWE Championship a 4th time. Hit it!
Dang. Okay. Some good stuff between those two.
All the years of this relationship surfacing in front of us. 15 years after Punk's
Some good stuff between those two. I wonder if that last part was supposed to happen. I guess it was.
with an ultra-limited blind box collectible featuring 3 rare variants, including the one-of-one Fire Crown. You can scan the QR code that you see now. The auction ends Monday.
Punk, please do the woe.
Grab the mic before it's too late. It's hard to believe that it was only 6 days ago. We're all sitting here at Madison Square Garden.
He did the woe.
Together, and now how quickly
I was like, oh no, he's about to do it.
everything waves.
I am still buzzing from
That's hilarious.
intensity from the 2 biggest
That promo had some weird moments. I didn't know how it was gonna go.
in the industry at the most must-see event of the summer, SummerSlam. Cannot wait.
Now, let's remind you what happened last week when it comes to the women's championship scene.
It's weird because like with that match and the Roman and Seth, you have to really like get creative and and be outside the box, because the story's already kind of there. I mean, you kind of have to be creative in the way that you present it.
With Charlotte.
I am here with Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte last week attacking.
I wonder if this is gonna be a carbon copy of last week. Pretty good, not great, but good segment. I completely agree. It had some shaky moments, but
I wasn't thinking about title opportunities or qualifying matches.
it's Punk and Cody at the end of the day.
Coming from me, but you know what I was thinking about? That I am standing here and that my best friend isn't, and that it was my responsibility to protect her. I mean, I can't thank Lexi enough for what she's done for me this year in my career. But here's the thing, Jade's gonna learn real quick that she can come after me all she wants, but she's not coming after my best friend. So if that means going through Nia Jax tonight to get to Jade at SummerSlam and become her biggest obstacle, then she's gonna learn real quick that payback is and you know the rest of that sentence. Woo!
We are on USA Network. Well, they've said that word a couple times.
Thanks for reminding me, Joe Taz. I just about moved on, but now it's back.
And out for Charlotte, a serious challenge with a long-time rival, and the reward is massive. Charlotte and Nia Jax, the land a spot in the SummerSlam Interim.
All right, who we got? Who do we got? Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. I think this one's interesting, right? Because, like we've discussed, it could be a carbon copy of last week, where Jade just attacked Charlotte, costing Nia once again, or Jade can cost Charlotte the match. Because that's another match that we didn't truly get. Yeah, I think something definitely happens between those two at SummerSlam. But yeah, like another match that we aren't going to get the payoff at SummerSlam is Jade and Charlotte. I mean, they can both be in the ladder match. But...
I think I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Just aside from the mechanics of getting my shoulder working properly, the in-ring recovery is a different process. How am I reacting to cardio? Running the ropes, getting that in-ring conditioning up. My rolls.
Charlotte wins. You think for sure.
Anything that would simulate a match in steps. Man, I forgot. Like, it's hard.
Why are there 15 lives in the ring? Yeah, I think Charlotte wins. I think it could honestly just be a repeat of last week. Like, it really could. Oh, apparently JT Gilly, shout out JT Gilly, he is ringside. He's actually on the ramp at SmackDown. That's really cool. I'll be hearing that in my sleep tonight. I know, I feel like I'm gonna get the whole season spoiled for me before I can even watch it. appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. Like I said earlier, if you're new over on Twitch, we are on the road to affiliate, so consider hitting that follow button. It will greatly help us reach our goal. Your name will pop up on screen. Give you a nice little shout out. I appreciate all the support shown. Consider hitting subscribe over on YouTube, hitting that like button. Consider checking out the rest of my channel, including the long form WWE 2K playthrough that we uploaded this week of LA Knight attempting to defeat every member of the Bloodline.
It's not good enough to beat me. You think this man's gonna beat me? I'll come over there and smack them glasses straight off your face. You lost your mind.
Is this the Zuffa boxing? Yeah, I haven't checked out Zuffa either.
There's not gonna be a 12-round war. I promise you that. He's not good enough.
I don't know, between like, you know, keeping up with WWE weeklies, which NXT, you've heard my spiel on NXT. Trying to keep up with NXT, I stay a few weeks behind. I watch it when I can because I don't stream it, obviously. I'm up to date on WWE weeklies. If I'm not streaming, I am watching either that day or next day. PLEs, I mean, other than that, there's not really a whole lot else. Like, I don't keep up with AEW, unfortunately. I don't keep up with really like Zuffa, UFC. If there's like a really big, you know, fight going on that's like all over the place, I might tune in. But WWE is like my bread and butter. Like, that's gonna be the main content on Twitch, on YouTube. That's gonna be my primary focus. Depending on how big this grows and where, you know, these channels head in the next, you know, couple years or so, it'll really determine how far we go as far as, you know, trying to cover AEW, trying to cover all these different events. I don't want to overcommit too early and get burnt out. I want to do what I do well, and I want to do what I do without having to, you know, commit too much time and too much. I mean, I can't commit, you know, I can't commit to this every night, you know, streaming every night, recording a video, you know, multiple days a week. Like, you know, I have to really narrow my focus, and the time that I do commit, I want it to be quality. Like, I want these streams to get better and better as the weeks go on. I want my long form content to get better and better as the uploads go on. And so right now, I think quality over quantity is like needs to be the focus. And so any support shown, any feedback given is greatly appreciated. I want to know what you want to see, what you enjoy about what I do on stream, on, you know, my videos. Drop comments, drop likes. Like, let me know what's working and what isn't. Because I want to be the best that I can be at what I do, and I want it to be a community where, you know, I'm actually engaging with each and every viewer on here. I want to be able to build this as a community and not just be, you know, me rambling on as I'm watching these weekly shows. As we're already back to another commercial, by the way. There is a match going on, so I feel like we'll at least get to see, at least get to continue the in-ring action.
Moments ago, Nia Jax was looking to put an exclamation point.
There hasn't been Jade Cargill as of yet. See if Charlotte's able to win clean as Nia with the chop.
This a qualifying match for the SummerSlam Interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match.
Yeah, and I'll say this, once you get the upper hand on
Hopefully that was all coherent. It didn't come across as rambling.
you know full well that Nia Jax is going to bounce back quicker than most. And just one clothesline from Nia Jax, she holds so much power, completely flatlining the 14-time world champ Charlotte Flair. And Nia Jax's biggest issue in a matchup like this is controlling her rage, her temper, after she was inadvertently cost her opportunity last week by Charlotte Flair. You've got to keep your head in the game. Don't overcommit. Don't let rage get the better of you, because you know someone the caliber of a Charlotte Flair is going to make you pay.
This one, Charlotte was trying to show that she still has fight in her. She was just laid out on that far side of the ring, and now Nia Jax looking to wrap her up.
Sorry about that. I missed your chat.
Well, your best move against the Nia Jax is really hit and run, but when Nia Jax is using her overwhelming power to completely ground you,
I have a little side window where I can pull it up.
That is mission impossible. Creating a little separation is Flair, but again,
I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, my main thing with the streams, right? I want the streams to be consistent. I want to commit to being here on Mondays, on Fridays, on PLE days. And then I want to get the long form videos consistent as well. I know that helps. Number one, with the algorithm, if you're consistent, if you're, if YouTube can pick up on the patterns of your channel and what your uploads are about, and also like just from a community standpoint, your viewers knowing, on this day at this time they can expect an upload. That's what I want to be about. And, I don't want to commit to something now that I'm not going to sustain or keep up. So I can't sit here right now and say like, oh yeah, I'll have a video up every week on Wednesday or, whenever. However, once I can figure out the routine that works, then yeah, I do want to be consistent. I think a weekly upload is a good target. Do I know if I can commit to having a video up per week and it be quality? I don't know if I can commit to that. So, if I upload every 2-3 weeks, yes, I'm lacking from a consistency standpoint, but I want it to be a quality up. So, my main things right now, consistency and quality over quantity. And I want to improve upon something else. Oh, Nia with the leg drop from the top rope. Charlotte has to kick it too. I want, like, this stream to be better than my stream on Raw. I want next week's Raw stream. I won't be live next week for Raw, actually. Terrible timing, but yeah, I won't be. Annihilator lining it up. Charlotte there to meet her. I won't be live next week for Raw. There's some personal family stuff next Monday as Charlotte's going for a massive power bomb. Down goes Nia. And has to kick it too. Yeah, I won't be live Monday for Raw, unfortunately. But my point being is I want each stream to improve upon the previous stream. I want the lighting better. I want the visuals better. I want just the quality to be better. The discussions to be better. And yeah, I'm definitely down for that idea. And I've contemplated the idea of on cue. On cue. Here comes Cargill, and she is on a mission, marching down to the ring. Oh, Nia's taking issue with Jade being here as well. She's not getting involved as of yet. B-Fab and Meechin also here. Oh, Charlotte holding him off. Oh. Beef Abamichin unable to take Charlotte down. There's Jade. Charlotte meets her though with the right. Yeah, Nia was looking to capitalize there. Big boot. And there's Jade. Jade with the right, causing the disqualification. Here comes the beatdown. It is a carbon copy of last week. And it's Nia who is collateral damage yet again, as here Jade is going to make a statement with Jaded. So Charlotte is in that ladder match for the women's interim title. And Nia Jax once again is furious, as she should be. What if Nia's the 5th for simply having been screwed over 2 weeks in a row? At this point, make Nia the 5th.
Before the action gets underway, that is announced this week. Darius Rucker will do the national anthem. Of course,
yeah, I knew it was going to be either she was going to cost Charlotte or she was going to attack her and make her a part of the match. I don't mind it as long as they continue that. Even like they continue like their feud specifically, either in the ladder match or they settle it. They cost each other in the ladder match and they settle their rivalry post ladder match. Like they follow up on it and they don't just, move on.
The Women's World Championship will be up for grabs. Io Sky, the queen of the ring, against Liv Morgan, coming your way at SummerSlam. A major bad blood between the blood.
Yeah, so what did we say? 11 matches have been confirmed, so potentially one additional match, maybe 2.
And who knows what we're in store for? Could it be a repeat of what we saw at MSG? Danhausen against Dirty Dom Mysterio. Danhausen with a SummerSlam match.
And as we saw earlier, Nikki Bella is back, and therefore the Bella Twins and
Yep, there's that 6-woman tag that was announced by a returning Nikki Bella.
We heard all the emotion moments ago. The heat has risen up between CM Punk and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE Championship match.
And temporarily rescinding duties as GM, Nick Aldis, 3 years out of competition, while he's up against the career killer Gunther at SummerSlam.
And we had big news earlier tonight, and that is the fact that there will be a #1 contenders match.
And we are hoping that it is Finn Balor. I will be very vocal on this. Give me Finn versus Sammy. That match alone, regardless of the stipulation involved, would be a crazy match. It's Wepa time.
Introducing first, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Damian Priest.
Yeah, Finn just makes sense here. He has momentum too. I think Trick should defend his title at SummerSlam. Yeah, this is what we call a layup.
Triple H hosts the official weigh-in between Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi. No more games, no more BS. Then acknowledge me. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins under one roof.
Two former teammates, two bitter rivals.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry. For some reason, I thought that said Joe Hendry and Danhausen contract signing. And I was like, something's changed.
Why are we fighting? Start there.
Cena's retiring. We know there is a finality.
The last time will indeed be now.
The why is everything.
Who's the next big thing?
Like Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker has got that dog in him. Oba Femi. Wow. Rick Williams.
Did you see that?
Well, I think we gotta pull the trigger on somebody. We have so many great new people. Who's next? That's the why.
Literally the last thing you'd want for your dancing partner in the ring is to get hurt. Oh, I'm okay. You hear that all the time in the ring. Just give me a second.
No one walks away unscathed.
And if I get dinged up in the middle of the match, you quit. What's it say about me?
I think, like, every other commercial has been unreal. Every other ad break.
It might not seem like a big deal, but everything's just so much better when she's there. What we do is violent.
Again, not complaining, because it looks incredible. But I'm going to end up seeing the whole series before I watch it. I don't know, maybe they got to do a good job of not showing the biggest moment.
For 23 years.
Needed to change things for everyone who came behind me.
This is everything I've ever worked for.
There's nothing that I won't do.
The future is now.
This is a moment they're going to replay for years.
Watch the next one.
Yeah, so we are, you know, very, very rapidly approaching the main event. And like I said, this, like, I think 2 hours is very... I think it's the sweet spot for a weekly show. I think it's very well paced. You're not... Like, the 3 hours just becomes a slog. Maybe it's just SmackDown. But I think Raw is typically enjoyable, but a 3 hour Raw, I don't know. Raw kind of, you know, it doesn't have a definitive end time, too. It typically hovers, you know, around that 2 hour 15, 2 hour 30. I think that's, you know, maybe considered a little long by some, but I think right at 2 hours is a good, you know, solid spot for a weekly show. Pay-per-view or premium live event. Obviously, your WrestleManias and your SummerSlams are gonna go a little long, but I think 3 hours. 3 hours to 3.5 is, you know, usually my cap. Like, if I'm going 4 hours, I remember some of those WrestleManias that before they split them up into 2 nights, that started going, you know, 4 to 5 hours. Like, no matter how good the show is, it's just a drag at that point. Like, that is a lot of wrestling to get through. I think 3 to 3.5 hours, regardless of what show it is a solid PLE part. Let's go, Ben. Main event time. Priest, Balor, Royce Keys, and Trick Willie. The winner will face Sammy. At SummerSlam, we will be having a #1 contenders match. So Sammy has made it to SummerSlam. Maybe not in the capacity that we had hoped or we had thought at one point. But nonetheless, Sami Zayn will be competing at SummerSlam in a #1 contenders match against the winner of this main event.
A win for Finn, and it's off to SummerSlam in that #1 contenders match against Sami Zayn.
So this is a #1 contenders qualifying match. You know what time it is?
From Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 240 pounds.
I think we get to Trick versus Corbin. Trick versus Corbin. We don't need it to be a triple threat fatal 4-way. If we do, great. You know, the more the merrier. You know, I'm not a fan of just having a multi-man match for the sake of having a multi-man match. But it gets everybody on the card. It makes a lot more sense with mid-card titles because, you know, there's several people kind of in that conversation at the same time. So yeah, a triple threat or a fatal 4-way for the U.S. title makes sense. And you already have your 3 or 4 in Mello, Corbin, Trick, and maybe even get to a who's the 4th? I can't. His name's slipping. Ricky Saints. Sorry. Which he's kind of more. He's obviously the 4th. Like if it's just a triple threat, he's not. If we want to even get Ricky in there, then it's. But here we go. Main event. Winner faces Sammy.
Contenders match at SummerSlam. And Royce Keys, pure power.
Keys is failing it. I imagine this is the last commercial here. Because we're just over 12 minutes left on broadcast, so 3 minutes of ads and then 9 minutes left. Oh, lawn darted. He's dominating early on. Priest.
Right away we saw some distinct advantages Royce Keys has, and then
yeah, even if we just got the Trick versus Corbin, I mean, we don't even have to have Mello involved. Mello can only improve that match. But even if we just get Trick and Corbin one-on-one, especially if Corbin were to win, talk about capitalizing on the momentum early. It is very interesting that we haven't heard from Corbin tonight. I know we mentioned the possibility of Corbin getting involved here. We have not had a Baron Corbin segment on tonight's show, which would be very strange considering, you know, he debuted 2 weeks ago, or I say debuted, he returned 2 weeks ago and then had a vignette last week. So, I mean, it's possible we don't hear anything from Corbin this week, but it would be a little weird considering Trick is here in the main event. So, we could very much get a Corbin appearance in this main event, and potentially Mello as well. Keys is here too. We could get a bunch of stuff popping off here late, actually, now that I think about it. Because we could get Solo, we could get LA Knight, we could get the Bloodline. Potentially, we could get, you know, Jimmy or Jimmy and Jacob making their way over to SmackDown. Let's see. Priest, I don't guess anybody would come out for Priest. Maybe War Raiders, but that's a bit of a stretch. I think our likeliest scenarios are Baron Corbin costing Trick, or the Bloodline getting involved in costing Royce Keys. Prompting. I wouldn't mind Priest and Balor running it back one more time as well. I know, but they're both considered good guys now, but yeah, Bloodline getting involved here or Corbin, I think makes the most sense. Unless somebody just wins clean. I mean, I haven't ruled that out as a possibility, but a main event on SmackDown ending clean? That's not really the MO. Here we go. I'm assuming this is, unless they squeeze one more break in here, I'm assuming this is it. Oh.
Cost Damian Priest's World Heavyweight Championship. I'm sure that's not something
Flatliner.
Priest has forgotten about.
Priest is clearing shop now.
Action we're getting in our main event here. Priest with a big splash in the corner against Royce Keys, the local favorite here in the East Bay.
I'll tell you right now, Damian Priest has that calm, composed nature to him that's going to serve him very well in a chaotic match.
Wow!
But Trick Willie just has that X factor, doesn't he?
That jumping neck breaker. And now showing you the dynamic force that he's become and the kip up.
Everybody's getting their moment in the spotlight. It's Trick's turn.
Trick Willie.
It's not fair. Some guys just get
whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. The lemon pepper stepper's going to work. Oh! With those educated feet, they went to college. Oh, eat the Trick slap.
Trick slap will do that.
Yeah, a bell clap is one thing, but the Trick slap goes in a far
Bell clap meets the Trick slap.
And now over the top rope is Royce.
Uh-oh.
And Finn
Balor.
has them all on the outside.
And going big now is Balor.
Balor wiping out everyone.
And over. And this building is coming alive.
Oh, who is it? It's Solo. All right. Solo. Oh my gosh, they are going to go to a commercial break. Okay. There's your... I was going to say, are they going to squeeze in another commercial break? They had to show Solo before cutting to commercial. Solo obviously here to... you would think help support Royce Keys. But also remember him saying that he needed to be wary of the Bloodline. So that all but confirms there could be some potential shenanigans here.
To help his men to victory.
And now Royce Keys, your favorite, showing you.
Keys has Balor. Oh my gosh. Trick having to break it up. Top choice Royce. Is that like spinning power slam? His bell's been rocked by Priest.
He was looking for that leaping back elbow smash, but instead, Royce Williams able to counter, but man, what an uppercut from Priest.
I mean, I think Priest could potentially win here. Because Priest doesn't have... I don't think Priest has anyone who could interfere and cost him. Everyone else kind of does. Balor could even have, you know, Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga potentially. Unless he's already considered to have put them in his rear view. I don't think the War Raiders would show up. Double superplex. Priest almost ended up in a bad way there. Trick clearing everybody out. Are we going to get a bookend? We are. I hate to point out the obvious, but there are no rope breaks in a fatal four-way. So that shouldn't have happened. But here they are. Here are the Usos. You had to know. The Bloodline was going to get involved, and here's LA Knight. Oh, he's sneaking up on him. Takes out Jay. You'd think Royce Keys would get distracted and be getting involved here. Priest going old school. No, decides to take out everyone on the outside. Balor with the roll-up. Sling blade. And suddenly Trick is in the drop zone. But he misses. Trick. Balor kicks at 2. As Sammy looks on with Johnny and Candice. There goes the Bloodline and LA Knight. And Solo fighting out of the building. It's Trick and Balor in the ring. No one else in sight. There's Priest. It could be Priest. South of Heaven to Trick. Keys breaks it up. Everyone's still in it. No one's been taken out. It's Fatu. He does cost Royce. Royce had it won. But now Fatu wipes out Royce. And it's Balor with the sling blade. Shotgun drop kick. Balor. It's his moment. Coup de grace to Priest. Count it. 1, 2, 3. Balor. Finn Balor is going to SummerSlam to take on Sami Zayn in the #1 contenders match for the undisputed title. And that match is going to go absolutely insane at SummerSlam. Wow, what a finish. It happened kind of like we thought. Bloodline got involved. Costing Royce. Solid match there. Finn Balor is going to SummerSlam. Almost 10 years to the date of winning the undisputed title. He will be in a #1 contenders match. And I hope Balor pulls that one off. I mean, I know Sammy's probably the favorite there, you would think. But why not Balor? Why not? Yeah, that's your 2-hour SmackDown. Yeah, no Corbin. That is worth mentioning. Like I said, it was a possibility we got no Corbin tonight, but you thought after, no promo, no real even mention. I didn't hear Corbin even mentioned. So I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe next week, I don't know if this is wishful thinking, but maybe next week on SmackDown we get either an impromptu match between Corbin and Trick potentially. You wouldn't think that they would make another match for SummerSlam official, a day or two before SummerSlam. But, there's potential for that match to be made for SummerSlam next week on SmackDown, or have an impromptu match on SmackDown. Yeah, I thought it was a little weird that Corbin, there was no Corbin and Trick interaction there. But overall, pretty solid SmackDown. I don't think can complain too much. I know everyone online will have their opinions on SmackDown as we always do. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. I try to see the brighter side of most things, and while there's things I wish weren't taking place, specifically the interim women's title. I won't go on and on about it. I do think it was overall a pretty solid SmackDown. We have the 6 women tag match confirmed for SummerSlam that I think will be a really solid match. An opportunity for Fatal Influence to once again go over. And, we could get a potential Bella heel turn, or Paige heel turn for that matter. And then we got, what else did we get confirmed? Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, #1 contenders for the undisputed title match. You can't be too disappointed with that. Yeah, it's a #1 contenders match at a PLE, at a major PLE, but I'd rather that than a fatal 4-way for the title. It gives kind of a finality to Cody and Punk, because regardless of how that one ends, they're not running it back anytime soon, I don't think. So the champion coming out of that will already have something lined up. Gunther's already said he's not done with the title picture, so depending on, you assume he gets the win over Aldis, depending on interference or how that one turns out. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a pretty solid SmackDown. Like I mentioned briefly on stream, I won't unfortunately be live for the Raw Go Home show. Got some things going on that day, so Monday I will be MIA, unfortunately. However, I will be back Friday for SmackDown. I will be back Saturday for SummerSlam, and I will be here Sunday for SummerSlam Night 2. We'll have a special guest Saturday for SummerSlam, if everything goes according to plan. Maybe I'll have a SummerSlam predictions video up this week, depending on if the match card gets finalized. If the match card doesn't get finalized until Friday night, then I might not have a predictions video unless I record something really quickly on Saturday morning. So maybe not a predictions video. Maybe I'll get on to discuss the state of the women's division pre-SummerSlam, or maybe the state of the women's division post-SummerSlam. But yeah, very much looking forward to this SummerSlam week. thank you for everyone for the support that you've shown on stream here tonight. If you did enjoy, consider hitting that follow over on Twitch. We're trying to reach affiliate status. Consider hitting like and subscribe over on YouTube. Check out our new long form video where LA Knight attempts to defeat every member of the Bloodline as he's, trying to do in real life and at SummerSlam. So hope you all did enjoy. Thanks for hanging out with me on stream tonight. And I will see you, I guess, next Friday for the Go Home SmackDown before SummerSlam. And then maybe some point another long form video will drop on YouTube, but